All right, Nate, can you introduce yourself, please?
Well, like you said, I'm Nate, Nathan Clegus from Elko, Nevada. I'm a freshman here at San Diego Christian, and I'm just helping my roomie out, Justin Garcia, with his little project he's doing.
All right, thank you. What is the definition of leadership in your own words?
Leadership is, I think, an individual that is willing to go above and beyond to lead a group or squad of people to success.
Okay. What is the most difficult part of being a leader?
I think it's doing what's right instead of what everyone else is doing. Because, I mean, obviously you're going to get judged either way, and it's getting past that judgment and going to fulfill and do what's right.
All right, thank you. Can you name a person who has a huge impact on you as a leader? Maybe someone who has been a mentor to you. Who, why, and how did the person impact your life?
I'll probably have to go with my father. He was obviously not only my father, but he was my high school basketball coach, and he was a great coach. And he just helped me become the man that I am today. And he helped me. He just taught me from day one how to be a man, how to be a leader in a group of people, no matter what kind of people they are, what kind of group of people you're with. That's really helped me impact, I think, where I am today, and help me live the rest of my life, hopefully.
Cool. How can a leader fail? Tell me about a time where you failed as a leader.
Deep questions, man.
Yes, sir.
Leaders can fail by, I think, misunderstanding the situation or the objective of what they have to complete, and that happens, I think, pretty frequently. I guess everyone fails. Like Michael Jordan once said, he's successful because he fails over and over again.
Yay!
I guess I failed. I guess I failed in sports. I was a captain on my basketball team my senior and junior year, and I guess whenever we lost a game, especially a big game, I'd always just take responsibility for it, not getting the team prepared and whatnot. I guess it's a good example.
All right. What is the difference between a leader and a manager, in your own words?
A manager is someone who just kind of tells people what to do and doesn't do it, but a leader is someone who tells people what to do and goes out and does it. So he's doing both. He's not barking orders. He's barking orders, but he's also in the front lines with his team or squad, helping them complete the objective.
All right. What is your greatest strength, and then what is your greatest weakness?
Does that pertain to? What does that pertain to?
Anything. Just what is your greatest?
I guess my greatest strength is pretty good with people. I'm easy to talk to. I like meeting people. I'm just good at talking to people, meeting new people. I'm also good with kids. If you're looking for babysitter people.
All right, hit them up.
A weaknesses, I guess, is obviously I'm just kidding. I have some weaknesses. I guess would be, communicating at times. Sometimes it's hard for me to get what's in my mind on a piece of paper or to funnel it to my ally that I'm with or my teammates or something. It's hard for me sometimes to get the information from point A to point B in a relatively simple way for my person I'm talking to get it, I guess.
Okay. Are you more effective in a group or one-on-one basis?
I think is that like with anything?
Yeah. Let's say you're a leader or something, and you have to tell a person something or a group of something. What are you better at? What would you rather do?
Probably. Well, what I like to do is, if there's a group, I like to kind of individually meet each person in that group and kind of get a feel, build trust around that person, then come together eventually as a group.
Okay.
So I guess I would say individually, I like to get people. I like to get to know people. Is the first thing I like to get to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Know a person, and then after that, kind of go build from there. Like I said, trust, the most important thing in any relationship. So build trust in something, and then go on from that, and then eventually, I guess, bring the whole team or something together. You kind of have a feel for each other, get the chemistry down.
There we go. Describe a time you took a leadership position when you did not have the title of a leader.
I guess maybe this summer, actually. It's kind of getting deep.
Okay.
My mom had a stroke, surprisingly, this summer, and I was the oldest sibling at home because my dad and some of my little brothers were camping. My older siblings were at work, and so I came home and she was in bed, and I kind of had to take responsibility to call 911 and make sure she was all right. And then I had to drive up to where my father was camping with his kids because they had no cell phone service. I had to drive up there. It's about an hour drive up the canyon. And then I had to go tell him so he could go back. And then on the way back, I had to pull our trailer in our truck. I've never driven it before, and it was down the canyon, so that was pretty sketchy. So I guess that was just kind of a big thing I was kind of thrown into. And hopefully I did all right.
Good. Step up. That's what I like to hear. What sort of leader would your peers say about you?
Loud and annoying, as you can tell from my voice. Hopefully they would say a good one. I try to be. Obviously, no one's perfect and will have flaws in me, like my past teammates. But I mean, I would hope they would say good things about me. I think they'd say I was an all right leader. I was loud.
Okay. How do you motivate people?
Motivating people, I try to make them. I kind of do what I do, and I try to think of a situation in my past that wasn't overly exciting, like losing a big game or losing to a team you shouldn't have lost to. And I just try to take a screenshot of that moment of how I was feeling, and that's why I use motivate me. So I try to do it to the same people. Ask them, what was a time where you should have done this, or you should have done this, and you didn't. And you remember the feeling of losing or of failing a test where you should have passed. Just look back at that moment, and in that time that it happened, you would have said, "That's never going to happen again. I'm never going to." And then just kind of, you have to remember how that felt, and then use that as motivation.
Definitely. How do you set an example to others as a leader?
Well, leader, in my eyes, does what's right when no one's looking. So I mean, if he's alone in a city no one's known before, he's going to do the same things that he does with his best friends he's been with for 7 years. It's just who you are and what you've done all your life. There's no shortcuts. You got to do the right thing all the time. Even when, like I said, back to the first few questions, even when the right thing is frowned upon and not the cool thing to do, you got to do it because it's what's right. You got to be good for the sake of good.
Amen. Have you ever been a mentor to anyone? And how did you get in that relationship?
Well, I have 5 little brothers,
okay.
So I guess I was kind of thrown into that one. So I think my 5 little brothers all look up to me quite a bit. I try to be a good role model for them. Try to teach them what's right and wrong, obviously. That's probably the main one, just my 5 little brothers that I have. Especially one, he has a Down syndrome, so he's really trying to, just kind of see how things work. He'll never be normal like we are, but he just wants to try to fit in sometimes. We kind of just have to take him in, even when he can kind of get annoying and a handful. You just kind of got to be patient with him and take him in.
There you go. What motivates you to be a leader?
I guess to be different. I think when you're a leader, you kind of have to be different. You kind of have to be not necessarily an outsider, but just a different than the regular group of people you're with. You kind of just got to be original. Do your own thing. Don't do what Twitter and Instagram said. Just kind of do what you do. And I guess that's one thing.
Okay. How would you deliver bad news to your team or like a group of people?
I'd probably call them in close, and I'm a pretty honest person. I would just tell them. I wouldn't try to sugarcoat it to a certain extent, but I would just try to be plain and tell them the truth. Honesty is the best way to go. You just got to tell them if it's going to affect the team, affect a certain person. I definitely would never call a person out in a group. I talk to them one-on-one, but I never call them out in a group. But I was trying to get them together, and I would just tell them, honesty is the best. If you can't, especially if you're a team that trusts you, you can't be lying to a group of guys that trust you so much, you can't lie to them. Then you just ruin the trust you try to build since day one. So I guess I would just get them in a group, and I would just tell them, you just got to be honest with them, no matter how bad it is. But like I said, I never call this person out. If it was a collective thing, I'd tell them. But if it was an individual thing, I would try to mellow it as much as I could for that person to not be exposed.
Okay. What are the most difficult decisions you had to make as a leader?
Probably my senior year when there was a kid on the team who was going to be, my dad was the coach, he asked me and the other 2 captains of the team if we should keep him or not keep him. The kid, it's kind of bad because the kid who we were keeping was my best friend since grade school. We've been really close, grew up down the street from each other, and he wasn't really a pain, he was just real immature. He was kind of gotten to just some dumb stuff, and I loved him. He was one of my best friends, and so I kind of stuck my neck out for him, and I didn't know what I was doing because the year before he got cut from the team, and he worked really hard all summer and tried to get back at it, and I guess that was a big one because I wanted to, obviously do what was right for the team the upcoming season and not disappoint my dad, but I also wanted to give my friend a chance who, I mean, I talked about it all summer. I'm like, hey, if you're willing to do this, you're going to have to do this. And I could tell he's been working, and so that was probably a pretty big one that I had to decide.
Okay. Last question. This is a quote. Is it better to lead from behind and put others in front, especially when celebrating victories, when nice things occur? You take the front line when there is danger. Other people appreciate your leadership. What do you think about this quote, and how does it make you feel?
Can you say the first part again?
Yeah. Is it better to lead from behind and put others in front, especially when you celebrate victory, when nice things occur? You take the front line when there's danger. Then people appreciate your leadership.
I think that was kind of a mix of both. I think a leader should definitely be in the front. I mean, leading the way, should be an example for his peers. And then when he wins, he kind of, he needs to be humble. He doesn't need all that, social media and attention. I mean, he's the leader. He should, honestly, most leaders should expect a victory or something out of their team. So he should be humble about it and excited, but he shouldn't be, celebrating that I did everything. No, we should kind of lay back and let the group of guys who did the bulk of the work, he should let them have their moment because they deserve it more than he does. So I think it's kind of a combination of both. I mean, be a leader up front, but when it happens, kind of be in the back and let the guys who really did the work, let them have their moment because they deserve it.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Nate. Thank you for all the time, and I hope you have a good one, and hope you have a great basketball season.
Hey, thanks, man.
All right, what's up, Pat? Introduce me to yourself, please.
Hi, well, I'm Patrick Vizcaino, and yeah, that's me.
All right. What is the definition of leadership in your own words?
Definition of leadership would be taking role in whatever it be, sports or being a job. Just taking initiative.
Okay. What is the most difficult part of being a leader?
Probably being vocal, being loud, saying what's on your mind, and doing what's right.
Definitely. Can you name a person who has a huge impact on you as a leader? Maybe someone who has been a mentor to you. Why and how did this person impact your life?
I'll have to say my dad, definitely, because he raised me and taught me everything I know, and taught me how to speak what's on my mind and be a leader.
Good. How can a leader fail? Tell me about a time when you failed as a leader.
Can you repeat the question one more time?
Yeah. How can a leader fail? Tell me about a time when you failed as a leader.
You can fail as a leader maybe by making a wrong choice or decision or saying the wrong thing. And a way that I have failed would be, in that case, maybe like in baseball, not choosing the right decision or making the wrong play or whatever and hurting the team. So.
Okay. What is the difference between a leader and a manager in your own words?
A manager would be someone just who runs a team, and a leader is someone who is obviously not a manager, but just someone who takes initiative without someone asking or having that role.
Okay, this question is a little deeper. What is your greatest strength, and what would be your greatest weakness?
My greatest strength would probably have to be like being compassionate or listening to other people, having to listen to what they have to say. And one of my weaknesses would probably be let me think. Maybe not saying what's on my mind when I should, and just holding back when I should just tell the truth.
Okay. Are you more effective in a group or a one-on-one basis?
Definitely in a group.
Okay, yeah. Describe a time you took a leadership position when you did not have the title of a leader.
I would say maybe my sophomore year in high school when I was on varsity, maybe trying to take initiative, and I'm not the senior. The seniors take bigger role.
Okay. What sort of leader would your peers say about you?
What sort of leader?
What sort of leader would you say you are?
What are the different types?
We'll just skip that question. How do you motivate your people? How do you motivate your team before a game or something?
just hyping them up, just saying good things about each other. You know,
Okay.
what you do good and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. How do you set an example to others as a leader?
Just by like doing actions, your actions and your words.
Okay. Have you been to a mentor to anyone, and how did you get into that relationship?
Maybe my little brother.
Okay.
And of course, the relationship with me because he's my little brother.
Yeah.
Just showing him things.
Okay. Anything did that do with baseball, or is that just like with life?
Life, baseball, school, girls.
Okay. What motivates you to be a leader?
Just to strive to be better every day in anything you do, job, sports.
Okay, cool. How would you deliver bad news to your team?
Just be straight up with them, you know? I think that's the best way to do it.
No sugarcoating?
No sugarcoating.
All right. What is the most difficult decision you had to make as a leader?
Would probably be, I guess, telling someone the hard truth, like tell them what they need to work on and stuff.
Okay. Last one. It's just a quote, and I'm gonna ask you, what do you think about this quote, and how does it make you feel? So the quote is, "It is better to lead from behind and put others in front, especially when you celebrate victory when nice things occur. You take the front line when there's danger, then people will appreciate your leadership." So how do you feel about that quote, or what do you like? What comes to mind when you hear that?
I think that just makes sense. Just like putting other people before you,
Mm-hmm.
and until like something's needed, or then that's when you take initiative and you go in the front.
Yeah.
But always like put other people in front.
No doubt. All right. Thank you, Pat, for your time. Have a good baseball season, and have a good school season too. What's up, Marcellus?
Hi.
Can you introduce yourself to me, please?
I'm Marcellus Williams. I'm obviously a student at this school. I major in psychology. That's about it.
Okay. What is the definition of leadership in your own words?
I think leadership is like having the ability to lead people in the right direction, of course, and like knowing what's right and wrong, but at the same time being able to make tough decisions in the face of danger and helping other people make those decisions.
Definitely. Thank you. What is the most difficult part of being a leader?
Probably having to make difficult decisions or give other people advice where you probably can't put yourself in the same exact situation.
Definitely. Can you name a person who has a huge impact on you as a leader? Maybe someone who has mentored you. Why and how did this person impact your life?
No contest, my dad. He's definitely the greatest dad that's ever existed. He's impacted my life. Like, I really hope that I can grow up to be him. He's a really good dad. Like, he's never done anything a dad shouldn't do, and he's never done anything to like harm me or lead me in a bad path. And he only wants the best for me. And I hope that maybe one day I can grow up to be like my dad, because my dad's a great dad. And if I can grow up to be like half the dad that my dad is, I could have half decent children.
How can a leader fail? And tell me about a time when you failed as a leader.
A leader can fail if he purposely leads his people in the wrong direction to benefit himself. A time when I failed as a leader, I gotta think. I can't think of anything, but I'm sure it's happened. Like, I'm not gonna make myself exempt from that. I probably just like deleted it from my mind.
That's a good thing. What is the difference between a leader and a manager, in your own words?
A manager's just doing his job. A leader is like, they're doing it because they want to do it. Like, a leader is a trait. A manager is a job you're assigned to do.
Nice. What is the greatest strength you have, and what is the greatest weakness you have?
My greatest strength is I'm secretly very caring about people. Like, my outer layer, I'm kind of a douche. Like, I will make fun of you all day, but when it boils down to it, I really care about people's problems and I like to help people. My greatest weakness is, I like to make fun of people. I won't make fun of people for things that are true in their life, because That's too douchey. I won't go that far. But yeah, I feel like sometimes I might make people feel a bit uncomfortable when I do it.
Okay. How are you more effective in a group? Are you more effective in a group or one-on-one basis?
I think I'm more effective in a group because I don't know. I just sometimes like to socialize, and socializing also helps me get my ideas across better because I can bounce it off multiple people, and I can what's it called? We can like collaborate and come up with ideas together as opposed to just my idea, which is not always the best idea.
Describe a time you took a leadership position when you did not have the title of a leader.
Anytime I've done a group project where I wasn't given the title of a leader.
Yeah.
Every time in high school, we would, like, especially in middle school, we would have to do group projects, and there was always this person who was given the job as the facilitator, but they never did anything, and I hated it, and I would always end up taking charge, and it was just super annoying because I ended up doing most of their job as well as mine.
Dang, I'm gonna get you in my group then. What sort of leader would your peers say about you? So like, what kind of like leader are you if you had to choose? Are you more like of an action or more like a speaking? Or
I'm definitely a speaking leader.
Okay.
But like, if I have to act to help you, I definitely will. I would not. Am I allowed to curse in this? No. I wouldn't leave someone like out in the wind. Like I wouldn't throw them under the bus or anything like that. I can't think of a better term to use without cursing. So
All right.
I'm not gonna curse, but I wouldn't leave them balls out because I can't use the A word. But yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, that's it, I guess.
All right. How do you motivate your people or like your team or something?
Personally, I feel like I can't motivate people. I feel like motivation has to come from within. Because if you really don't want to do something, you won't do it no matter what.
Yeah.
And if you want to do something, you're going to make sure it happens. Like, I've never listened to a motivational speech and been like, wow, my life is definitely going to be changed tomorrow. I'm a different person. But like, whenever there's something that I want to change or something that I really want to get done, I'll make sure it happens. I'm very one-track minded.
Okay. How do you set an example to others as a leader?
By acting in what I believe in. Like, you can't be a leader for something that you don't advocate. So, like, it's kind of hypocritical if you advocate for something you don't actually believe in.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Have you ever been a mentor to anyone, and how did you get into that relationship?
At this point in my life, I hope I've never been someone's mentor. I don't feel like I'm responsible enough yet to be someone's mentor. I feel like I don't make terrible decisions in my life, but at the same time, I don't think I've made decisions well enough yet to where I can help someone else make good decisions for their life.
Okay. What motivates you to be a better leader?
Whenever I want to be, I guess. Like I said, I really like helping people, and I really like trying to get people to better themselves, which is why I'm a psych major. And I really like learning about the mind, but that's besides the point. But yeah, that's it, I guess.
Okay. What motivates you to be a leader?
What motivates me to be? Didn't we just answer?
Yeah, sorry, just long one. How would you deliver bad news to your team or like a group?
I would just straight up tell them, like, you're gonna have to learn anyways. It's better not to keep it from them. Like, if I kept it from them, I would just prolong their suffering at that point.
Okay. What is the most difficult decision you had to make as a leader or someone in charge of something?
One time I was doing a group project with this super lazy kid. His name was Jamie. He didn't do anything and he refused to work on the project, so it was pretty hard, but I decided to kick him out of our 2-man group and do the project by myself.
Okay. What was your grade on the project?
I got an A, and it was stupid because he got extra credit, and I was real pissed.
Okay, last question. I'm going to give you a quote. And I'm just going to ask you, what do you think about the quote and how does it make you feel? So here's the quote. It is better to lead from behind and put others in front, especially when you celebrate victory when nice things occur. You take the front line when there is danger. Then the people appreciate your leadership. So how do you feel about that?
Say it one more time.
It is better to lead from behind and to put others in front, especially when you celebrate victory when nice things occur. You take the front line when there is danger. Then the people appreciate your leadership.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, it's better to have it's better to let the people make their own decisions and then like kind of mentor them from behind, as opposed to just hovering over them and like making sure they always do the right thing. And then like when there is danger, you can step in front and like directly help them and things like that. But yeah, you definitely shouldn't lead someone's life constantly if you're a leader.
Definitely. Thank you, Marcellus. I hope you have a great freshman year and have a blast.
Thanks, Justin.